23 Chinese swimmers who were cleared to compete in Tokyo despite failing dope tests continues to rumble on. China hits back and accuses doping testers at the Olympic Games of being part of a European and American plot to unsettle them. And here's more on that.
Integrity of the swimming competition is under question ever since it emerged that global watchdog WADA allowed the Chinese swimmers to compete in Tokyo. Prominent swimmers have hit out at the secrecy with which the case was handled, with the story only emerging a few months ago. Seven-time Olympic champion Caleb Dressel was pretty blunt on Thursday, saying he didn't think he was competing on a level playing field. World Aquatics doesn't agree with his assessment.
No, not really.
What we have done from beginning of the year until now. And all the athletes came here. It was they've been tested more than 2 or 3 times, and some athletes been tested 21 times. That means every 15 days or 20 days is being tested. So we are making sure, and we will make sure that all the athletes will compete. They are clean.
The United States Anti-Doping Agency has been extremely critical of WADA's handling of the case. The CEO, Travis Tygart, has repeatedly punched holes at WADA's defense of the matter. American law enforcement agencies are invoking the Rodchenkov Act to probe, and that has led to accusations of them overreaching their brief. The Rodchenkov Act allows American agencies the power to probe any competition with American participation, that's sporting or commercial. WADA isn't taking this lying down, and the IOC too is smarting at the challenge to WADA's authority. WADA will take the Rodchenkov Act to its compliance committee after the Games, and USADA could be in breach of the anti-doping code if the act is declared illegal. That has consequences. The US could lose hosting rights for the 2024 Winter Olympics in Salt Lake City.
If the US authorities assert jurisdiction over cases that have nothing to do with them, it risks putting the US outside the global anti-doping system. But the need for anti-doping rules to be consistent and to be applied non-politically is why WADA was funded in the first place. It is why we have a World Anti-Doping Code. If the US, encouraged by USADA, continues to threaten that harmonization, it will isolate itself from the global sporting community.
US Olympic Committee officials know that this is a moment of no return and have called for a truce and an end to this public slugfest.
I think the tempers between WADA and USADA, as reflected in the statements that go back and forth between the two of them, are unfortunately just too emotional. And it won't be healthy if that's the basis for some dialogue between them. And so we hope that they'll find a way of conducting that interaction in a less dramatic way, and we'll try to help.
What the authorities can't control is the actions of the athletes themselves. Australian swimmers are weighing potential protests when competing against Chinese swimmers. Swimming is one of the blue ribbon events of the Olympic Games, but there is no Olympic truce here at the moment. The results will not be the only thing that is watched when the action kicks off. In Paris, this is Digvijay Singh for WION.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.